Back here in Accra, today, May 16, 2022, there will be no free lunch in school for basic school pupils benefiting from the school feeding program. Over 500 members of the School Feeding Caterers Association have suspended cooking in portals of low feeding grants provided by government. Although the School Feeding Secretariat has hinted of a meeting to address the situation, the caterers will not back down until they see change.
We are not going to cook. We are not going to cook until we hear something from them. We need our payment, number one, and we want increment too. So we are not going to cook on Monday.
How much do they owe you?
2 terms. Payment is you cook 1 term, and another term, when you are going to end the 2 terms, then they will pay you. So they own us 2 terms. How can we get money to cook on Monday? How can we get money to cook on Monday?
The children are not going to eat on Monday. How will they feed?
We don't care. We don't care.
The caterers want the feeding fee increase from current 97 pesos per pupil to 3 cedis. Juliana Kujo is president of the Caterers Association. Siba Alpha is also PR of the School Feeding Secretariat. They spoke with me earlier.
We are aware of their concern as they addressed the press yesterday regarding some upwards adjustment of feeding grants. So we are on it. We are trying to gather all the facts and see how we'll be able to work on it. They have made their demands. So management and then the school, the Minister of Gender, Natural and Social Protection, school feeding management, and including and then the Minister of Gender, that's the sector ministry for the school feeding. I think they will come out with a comprehensive statement on that.
We can now listen to Juliana Kujo, who is president of the Caterers Association. Now, the association is meeting government this afternoon over their concerns. The president of the Caterers Association, Juliana Kujo, says the outcome of this afternoon's meeting will determine the way forward. Let's go to the Upper West region and speak with correspondent Rafiq Salam. Rafiq, what is the situation in that region? What can you tell us in the schools?
In the Upper West region, I have visited a handful of schools here. And I can tell you that the picture is the same everywhere. The caterers have abandoned their kitchens. They have been deserted, and almost all the schools that I have visited, the kitchens look more like ghost towns. And I tried to speak to some of the headmasters here, and they told me that they also saw some of the caterers that came around, tidy the place, tidy the utensils, and then told them about the internet strike they are embarking on today. And so the caterers are not at post, and even had information that even some of the caterers were not even at post as at last week when our school reopened. I tried to inquire from them about the effects these particular strike is having on the pupils, and they told me that sometimes some of these pupils depends on the school feeding program to even come to school. And so once they know that they don't have food, by 11, 12, they're out of school. And so the effect on the pupils here is very negative.
Have you been able to speak with some of the pupils themselves? How do they feel about the situation?
I tried to speak to one of them, and he told me that the situation is really bad in the region, even concerning some of her colleagues who was run home. But let me tell you, Aisha, the positive aspect of it is that food vendors at the various schools are now cashing in on this absence of the caterers. I have gone to some of the schools because see the students are crowded as where they are frying yam or other places. And so the food vendors at these various schools are not the ones making the most of it. And those who don't have money have to go home.